Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. So in today's video, I am super ecstatic to share that I have finally received my first ever Tradeify payout. Now, before we get into it, I do want to preface that this first part of the video is going to talk a bit about my experience with Tradeify and the timeline, and then of course the actual payout withdrawal and then receiving the payout in my bank account. So with that being said, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. Now, quickly going over my experience with Tradeify thus far, I got my first ever straight to funded account back on November 6, 2024. Now, I got this account during my Q4 time where things were really going smooth and I was taking consistent payouts from other firms. As we start to fast forward a bit, I realized that I was really rushing the process with these accounts because they were straight to funded. There's no eval account that I had to pass, and there was no extra activation fee that I had to pass. It was just a matter of, making a certain amount of profits in order to meet the consistency to take my first payout. And the fact that that time frame was so minimal, I really wanted to get to my first payout ever, and I really wanted to post a video and have a whole tweet thing about it in order to share with everyone else. And that in itself got to my head. I started to experience the Q4 curse that I've talked about in my previous video on my channel. And then as we move into Q1 of 2025, being very close again to multiple payouts, I obviously let all that slip, as I talked about on my YouTube channel once more and also on Twitter. So it was definitely a weird spiral that I was having between Q4 and Q1. And then finally, as we come into Q2, things really started to shift for me, as you may have noticed. And that is why I've been able to actually take a payout with Tradeify for the first time ever. I will say confidently as well that my experience with the customer support team, the operations, but the way that they handle everything has been really, really positive. Not only is the customer support team really willing to actually help you, and that's the key part, they're very kind and they're very understanding of different circumstances that traders go through. On top of that, the transparency that the operations team, that Brett, that Gandalf has with the way that they run things and the upcoming announcements and features to expect has been really refreshing. And that provides further trust and reliability on my end as a consumer of their product. And honestly, I will say that the payout process in itself was really speedy. I was already onboarded with their Rise. And so being able to actually take the payout, although it took the full 24 hours because it was on Rise's end about the verification piece to hurry up and get that going, it was still very fast. And I've seen other people in the space receive payouts from Tradeify within minutes. I'm talking minutes. So that in itself further proves to me that they have the financial backing and the ability to pay out their traders without any issues. I believe there's been really no denials from Tradeify so far too. Please don't quote me on that. And so that also further gives me the kind of peace of mind I need as a consumer of their product. So again, really seamless and positive experience so far with Tradeify. But enough of the yapping, let's go ahead and move over to the actual payout request and withdrawal. So I was at the lounge, and that's why my audio was all messed up and I wanted to retake it with this voiceover. But basically this first account as well as the second account are the ones I am requesting money from. And then for this third account, I am not quite there to request a payout, but I am very close. I have to reduce my consistency a little bit, and then 5 more days, and I'll be able to request this upcoming week. So let's go ahead and actually move into the Help Center and talk about the payout rules in itself. And this is the straight to SIM funded account policy. So from here, it's 90% profits of whatever payouts you take from the straight to SIM funded accounts. These are the requirements I need to actually request a payout, the 20% consistency, 10 active trading days, and then there is profit goals you have to make in order to take a payout. So in this first one, I had to make $9,000. And then as I move down, the max amount I could take for this first payout period is going to be the full $3,000. Now, this is the dashboard section where you can request the money. So I am going to put the full $3,000 here for the first account, as well as the second one, and then show you how it looks like after. So here it is for both of the accounts requesting $3,000 on June 2nd of 2025. We have the payout status as processing, and from what I'm understanding, it should be pretty quick given that Tradeify is known for being very fast for this stuff. So I do want to quickly show you guys also an overview of my accounts and the objectives and all that stuff of where I'm at with it. So you can see here that for the first account, definitely met all the objectives necessary, and here's the P&L made from every single day, including the losses that I've taken along the way, like there on May 22nd. And then here is the second account, again, having all the objectives met, having a total $9,700 profit, to be able to take that payout. And then as I go ahead and scroll down here, again, you'll be able to see everything. So June 2nd, I had that flip day of $1 in profits. And then the rest of the P&L is listed there. And then again, having on May 22nd that loss, unfortunately, but still able to take my payouts. So roughly 24 hours after I submitted the payout request, I didn't have any updates about Rise, about the payment, nothing. So I went over to the Discord server just to ask for assistance from the mods if I missed any steps in order to get approved for my payout. From here, they advised me to reach out to customer support to take a look into everything. So I reached out, and then Dan from Tradeify went ahead and actually found that I wasn't fully verified in Rise. So he went to push it through, and from there, I was able to actually get paid out. So from here, let me go ahead and show you the Rise receipt, and you can see $5,400 from Tradeify was paid out to my Rise account, and that's $5,400 because it's after the 90-10 split. So 6,000 times 90% is $5,400 as my payout. And then here on the dashboard as well, which I can refresh for you, you'll see that the 10 days paid status, all the same stuff is there as well. So pretty awesome being able to finally get that money in my account, and all within 24 hours. So for the next time I do have a payout from Tradeify, it will be much more faster because I am fully verified on Rise now. And that is a wrap for today's video of taking my first ever payout with Tradeify and hopefully continuing to grow as a trader with them. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one and the different videos I've had about reaching a payout with different firms along the way. It's been really fun actually being able to document these milestones and be able to share with you guys what I feel from the company, my opinions about the company, and so on and so forth. So as always, I appreciate your time and support. If you guys want to trade with Tradeify, feel free to use code TWJ, link in the description. But as always, I wish you nothing but the best and the most success in all that you do, and I will see you all in the next video.